Okay, so you know how they say that in every gossip, in every story, whether the story is 100% bogus,
100%, yeah.
there's an element of truth. So when I did some part of my primary school in Lagos, some part in another place, some part
Yeah.
in another, like three primary schools, three secondary schools. Chaotic childhood, but that's by the way. So um my classmates would tell me a story of how one of them was living with their auntie. Not that their mom per se was impoverished and was living, that kind of
Yeah.
Nigerian story where my parents are too poor, so they said no. Based on the story she told us, her mom was
Doing fine.
was doing fine enough, but
Yeah.
because of too many travels, she said stay with your auntie for this time. So she would
Okay.
tell us a story of how her auntie beat her with a knife. Not a blunt knife now. We're not talking those ones that they have been so dull that they're useless. Like this is a sharp knife where she would show us some marks. So whether it's true or not,
Welcome to yet another Drop Spot podcast episode. I'm here with a very wonderful fellow. So I beg, Uncle Lupel, you can introduce yourself.
my name is Lupel. No uncle, please keep the uncle part.
Yeah.
I am a civil servant in the daytime, and I'm a professional writer for the rest of the time.
Really?
And somewhere in between a potpourri of everything else, I'm a very outspoken person and I like to talk. So I guess that's why you see me here today.
Okay,
So
wow,
yeah, that is all.
that's a good one. I didn't know you were a writer actually. I've never had that
Oh,
from
I've
you.
been a writer for quite some time actually, since I was in SS2. I used to write. I found that I like to write.
Drop spot.
Um, there's this video I came across on TikTok. I want you guys to see it and let's go from there.
She's the boss of you, and you
Shut
should listen.
up! Give me a turn to speak!
What?
Fine, see? You do that to me! How does it feel? How does it feel to be told to shut up?
This guy got some balls.
We've talked about
Let me speak! How does it?
Ew, this is a I don't know this one the guy get guts. I tell you, it's a
Cost
very
doesn't even cut it.
you cannot tell your mother like that.
Or anybody, in fact.
Yeah, but I feel it's I feel it's kind of an a what do you call it a geographical something because I don't think it will happen in Nigeria. What do you
Okay.
think, my brother?
Well, I didn't grow up with a father figure per se. I grew up with my mom and several uncles.
Ew.
So the way this kind of thing was like not like they were coming and going.
So brother, it would be the
There
same
were
thing.
two uncles who were always there and one who was coming and going. And he wasn't coming from far, he was coming from Mina. He lives in Abuja. So Abuja to Mina is like from here to from Mina to so we were raised in such a way that, mommy, shut up. Uncle one is slapping you on the left, Uncle two is slapping you on the right, Uncle three is giving you on your forehead. Then when mom goes to work, because fortunately I was the last born. So when my mom was around, they couldn't do all of this stuff. But then when my mom has gone for the work, say you that I couldn't that you were reporting me. Come the first thing, those bottles I used to sell when we were younger, they called juicy. And when they want to give you had to mix with water. I know they
Okay,
still
okay,
sell them
okay.
to this
Yes,
day. Those
I
1 liter jerry cans that had
yeah.
the caps had handle. My uncle's favorite punishment was repair and kneel down in one corner of the house. Carry that in my hand like this 1 hour straight. By the time you're coming back, your hand is doing like Indomie. So you will not have the mind to go out. Like you're in the house, uncle shut up, my older sister shut up, second born shut up, third born shut up. Well, and then my mom, I was last born, my mom pampered me, and my mom did not tolerate nonsense.
Yeah.
So you go to the market, you go out together. Let's say you go to a social gathering, a wedding,
Yeah.
a birthday party, whatever, and then you are interfacing with someone who is clearly older than you,
Yeah.
and then you are rude to the person. There and then in front of the person, as the stranger is slapping you, my mom is coming to join hand to slap you. My siblings are coming hand to
Exactly.
certain. I'm not one to
Like,
sound like this. I don't want to sound politically incorrect or anything, but
yeah.
at some point, the people, the woman and the child in that video are I don't know what to say. This not Nigerian, not African,
Yes.
clearly
At
not
all, at
African.
all. Yes.
So I'm trying to be politically correct here, and you know, I feel like it's a simple case of I want my child to have the best life. I want my child to enjoy.
Yeah.
I don't want my child to suffer what I suffered.
Yeah.
Gone too far. Because in
So
a
you
big,
now give them opinions.
exactly, you now give them leverage, opinions, leverage to do much more than they ought to. So,
Exactly.
I have been a teacher and teacher in many different places, in many different schools.
Yeah.
So I've seen different kind of administration styles, even though there should be only one good administration style.
Yeah.
As far as I'm concerned. But then you see parents who will come and tell you, even in church, when the Bible will tell you, spare the rod and spoil the child. When they say, it is the rod of correction that drives foolishness far from a child.
Yeah.
This is biblical. But then in the church, you see a parent will come and tell you as the teacher of that child, in the church alone, please don't flog my child. Whatever my child does, please don't flog my child. So even when that, you see, I have seen it. I'm not kidding you now. I'm not joking.
Yeah.
By the time we were in just one, we were potty trained. We knew to, auntie, I want to go to the toilet. Auntie, I want to poo. Even if we didn't know the proper context to communicate our needs,
Yeah.
we knew to say it. In the secondary school where I recently retired from, not retired, rather, resigned from, let's leave names aside. A JS1 child, this boy was 11, was not potty trained. On many occasions, this boy would come to class and would defecate on himself. Then his mom, then administrator will call, mommy so and so, your son has stained himself. Please come. Then the mommy will come. And rather than scolding an 11-year-old boy that should know to tap auntie.
11.
I didn't mind. I know they want you, bro. And the class teacher is my friend. She's the softest. She's Musa, are you like this? Amina, are you like this? Mind you, these are not real names.
Yeah.
Amina, are you like this? Oh, sorry. So the auntie was almost borderline pampering, right? So it's not a case of this boy was afraid of the auntie. Worst case scenario, even if you're afraid of the auntie, stand up and walk out and collect the punishment. But then the mother will come to school like, Musa, you stained yourself. What can I do? Sorry. Let's go out. Let's go to Crunchies. Let me get you something to eat. What do you want to eat? How is that a justifiable how I want to talk and answer? I don't even know. How is that a justifiable response to an 11-year-old boy that has stained himself, for crying out loud?
And that is how they become like very
useless.
Let's
call it speed.
I tell you, like
useless.
Very, very useless. Because how would somebody, you're growing up, and there are certain levels to this. When you're as a child, there are certain things you're expected to know from your right and wrong.
Yeah, because we're Nigerians. I don't want to let me use my nationality. We are Nigerians. Our parents raised us to know
in our culture.
Look, like they look you that look. Say I don't mess up. Say what's in the wait for you for house. Okay, so my parents were a mix of Akwa Ibom, Igbo, Yoruba, Benue.
How does that
work? We
work?
were raised in many different places.
Okay.
So my mom spoke all of these languages.
Okay.
So, but my mom was predominantly raised in Lagos. So there's something they call Omorogun in Yoruba. Is Ebatona. That's what they used to beat us.
Yeah.
It's not the flat end of Omorogun. It's the side. Not, like this table before was now. So, at one side is rectangular.
Yes.
One side is flat, exactly. Then the sides of it are rectangular. That's what on your knuckles. So, you get the kind of way you go do. Well, say, waiting, they wait for you now. No be, I go and kneel down. No be time out. It's Omorogun to your knuckles till you cannot do this without feeling pain. So, we were raised to not, to communicate without even verbal communication. So, I can look at a child. I'm not a father yet.
Yeah.
But I tell the woman I plan to marry that I will be the disciplinarian in my house.
Like that one.
Of course. There's a look I'll give my son or daughter.
Yeah.
You know, so you don't mess up. Waiting to wait for you for house. Only the mercy of God to save you. That's the truth. So beyond all of this, right?
Yeah.
Let me draw your attention to another video. Where the child was throwing a tantrum, and then the child says, hey, mommy, F you. And then the video is sort of comic. So the father, while eating, throws the slippers, the mom catches it and goes to So this video now that we have seen, as much as you want to be the parent that understands the emotions of your child, that understands, the needs of your child per time, there is a balance to it. So I want to draw our attention now to not just how we were raised, because whether or not you agree, our parents, they had their excesses. Like there were times where if I take off this jacket and when there's a part of my body that is still slightly deformed because of. Okay, so you know how they say that in every gossip, in every story, whether the story is 100% bogus, there's an element of truth. So when I did some part of my primary school in Lagos, some part in another place, some part in another, like 3 primary schools, 3 secondary schools. Chaotic childhood, but that's by the way. So My classmates would tell me a story of how one of them who was living with their auntie. Not that their mom per se was impoverished and was living, that kind of
Yeah.
Nigerian story where my
Yeah.
parents are too poor, so they sent, based on the story she told us, her mom was
Doing fine.
was doing fine enough, but
Yeah.
because of too many travels, said stay with your auntie for this time. So she would
Okay.
tell us a story of how her auntie beat her with a knife. Not a blunt knife now. We're not talking, okay, those ones that they have been so dull that they are useless. Like this is a sharp knife where she would show us some marks. So whether it's true or not, I don't know. But like I said before I started,
Wow.
in every story, there's some element of truth. So I have seen videos online, even comic videos, just a few days ago. This was supposed to be funny. Like my cousin posted a video. It was supposed to be funny on his WhatsApp status of a mother disciplining her child. The child used a curtain to cover his face. And where she was flogging him would shock you if I said it. She was flogging him on his groin. Like, then tomorrow, if this boy is unable to father a child, or if this boy starts to have complications in that area. And lastly, in educational psychology, there's something that they say. I have a degree in educational psychology, so I think I can say it. But they will tell you, but it's beyond psychology, it should be a norm to every parent.
Yeah.
When you beat with the left hand, draw close with the right hand. So the child must understand that you are doing it from a place of I care about you.
Yeah.
I want to see you become a better person.
Better person. Yes.
And two, I really whether it's a student teacher relationship, father, whatever kind of relationship, it's because I care about you. I don't hate you. But it must be done for you to become a better person. Otherwise, tomorrow your child will tell you, "Mommy, shut up! Don't you understand? Why can't you let me air my feelings?" And that day, that child will die. This is my son. I go beat you with no good.
See, so but like what do you think the parents? I'm talking in reference to the video.
Yeah.
What do you think the parents, like the mother, did wrong, or how will I say, how she brought up the child
Yeah,
that gave the child that audacity to even slap? Because I thought when he first reacted,
yeah.
I thought he was
To
going
end
to
in
stop
shouting.
at what would you feel, as in how this is how it feels like
Yeah.
when you always do that, when you always shutting me up.
Yeah.
So, but I didn't know that the child was going to go further
To
to.
slap his mom. Yeah, there's a song I like by Casting Crowns. It's a slow fade. It doesn't start with the first time you shout at the child, and then you say, "Oh, okay," the child will shout at you, rather you say, "Oh no, no, he's just in a bad mood." The next time, child is throwing
Which
tantrums
bad mood
and breaking things.
Yeah.
And you say, "Oh no, the child is just having, he's
Yeah.
having an emotional fit." And then the third time he's shouting at you, or he's shouting at he's embarrassing you in public.
And
And then the
it's
fourth
level by
time,
its level.
it's level by level, yes, exactly. So it's a slow fade. So do you parent the whatever? Okay, let me use this particular video now. Mom, let it happen over time. Let it build.
Yeah.
See, finish doesn't start in one day. Familiarity takes time. The parent, this boy has become so familiar with his mom. She has allowed so many things happen that he now thinks that he can slap his mom and get away with it.
And I think even with that, he has also something backing him up. He's feeling that due to the geographical,
Yeah, so
where he
also
is,
that geographical thing, I feel because some children grow up realizing that
they know where they
we
are.
live abroad.
Yeah,
then,
any this thing.
we live in America, for example. I've lived in America, so I know. You live in America. If you touch me, I'm gonna call child services on you. If you touch me, I'm gonna call 911. Hey, aha.
Not before you.
Not here. Not let me
Who
tell
will
you
you
the
call?
truth.
Your neighbors
Not
go follow
there.
beat you.
Do you think that Nigerians living abroad don't beat their children? Typical Yoruba, let me use Yoruba that are very, popular for discipline. You think a Yoruba family with the Max living in the UK or in the US don't discipline their children? Who you be?
So, but for my head now, as you just said this now, I was not thinking. So, those people there, Nigerians living abroad,
Yeah.
before they discipline their child, would they there should be what I say, a disclaimer they will put to the child that say, if you go and report
you
that
don't.
say I beat you, I correct you,
No, it's
that
not.
you're
It's
doing
not about
wrong.
a disclaimer.
Eh?
It's about the child knows what is coming. So you know that at the end of the day, well, the worst case scenario, they'll deport me. They can't take you. We're not Nigerians. We're not Americans. We're not citizens of the country. So all of their laws don't apply to me. So the worst thing they'll probably do to the parent is deportation. You will follow me conduct. You will follow me come back.
Are
to
you
Nigeria.
sure?
I'm not well. Actually, I'm not quite sure
I know.
what I'm saying.
Okay.
But I feel like maybe I could be wrong.
Mm.
But you self as the parents, you have to apply some, work. You have to work circumspectly as the wise. So even when you're living in another, there's a quote that says, "When you roam, do as the Romans do." So
Yeah.
when we're living abroad, if my mom wanted to slap me, she would come in to go, "Hey, Lupel, I want to tell you something. Come." She would go to a place where there's no the windows are closed everywhere.
Ew.
Das. And she, "Hey,
And
come
you
back.
swallow it.
Finish crying there before you come out. Swallow that cry."
Swallow it.
So when you roam, do as the Romans do. But don't forget where you came from. Let me
Exactly.
add that addendum to
Exactly.
it. So,
Exactly. So this, Omo, this I don't think we have actually stretched it a little because I wanted to really dive into it properly, like really, because
I totally
I don't
agree.
know, it's probably something that has to do with geography, but I have not really experienced such a thing. So
Yeah.
it was kind of new for me. So, but I think our people there, you can help us share your own ideas.
Yeah,
You
share your
can
comments.
go to the comment section. You can find our handles on TikTok. We're on Instagram, Drop Spot Podcast, and you can you know put your say. What do you think about this? Watch the video again. Try to understand the context. So and would try as much as possible to also visit and look at what you say. So this is a wrap.